What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Yes, guys, it is Friday, which means for a lot of us out there, it is payday. So now the question is, what do we do with this money? Okay, no, seriously. But if we do have a look at the markets, guys, we are seeing a nice little uptrend. This is really awesome. I'm glad after we had that kind of little, that wasn't really like a big freak out, but we did pull back. Like we went from, it was almost like a 45 to like maybe a 50 billion drop we had, and then we kind of bounced back up. So we are seeing currently that Bitcoin dominance is still slipping. However, the price of Bitcoin is going up. This is good news, guys. Price of Bitcoin going up, Bitcoin dominance going down. That means your altcoins probably looking pretty good today, guys. So look at this. We have all this green across the board. Monero barely taking a hit. Lots of green. Now, keep in mind too, guys, it's also very helpful to sometimes switch it to the Bitcoin comparative. It does help you to somewhat see how your coins are performing in comparison to Bitcoin. So as you guys, for example, you will see all this green right here. But if you already are holding coins, you're not coming in with fresh fiat, I do always suggest to do this, and you will notice you'll have a better perspective of the performance of the coins in Bitcoin. Like for example, Bitcoin private has taken a 7% hit in BTC value, but if you were to switch it, it probably wouldn't look so bad. It would only be like a little bit. So let's go down here and yeah, it's only taken a 3%, but it had a massive run up, guys. So anyway, let us see what was some of the big gainers of the day. Gifto is up 45%. Bitcoin Diamond, which all the Bitcoin spin-off coins, they kind of have their pump and dump type days. And then, of course, guys, Achain. So, yeah, huge for Achain. Now, let's go into a little bit. Now, why is Gifto pumping? What's the deal with that? So, it says that today, Gifto is listed on Upbit. Cool. So, there you go. That's why it probably pumped. Assuming. So let's talk about Achain, guys. So Achain is a project that I have been talking about for quite some time on my channel. I've been talking about Achain pretty much since I started the channel. For everyone that follows me on a daily basis, you will know, full transparency, Achain is my biggest holding. It has been my biggest holding. Yes, I'm a huge Neo fan, absolutely. But given the current market caps, and the fact that Achain is a relatively new player, I personally think there are a lot more gains to be made with Achain moving forward. So let's have a little bit of a dive into what's going on. So if you come over to the Twitter, you'll see they've been extremely active. I talked about the D block, coming out of the Adforth partnership. Then they have the new kids on the blockchain incubator. And this is the story that I wanted to bring to you guys. So right here. Actually, I have two stories I want to bring to you, but let's start with the first story. So the first story is Pantera, okay, not the band, has about 10% of its investments in Bitcoin, but the fund's single largest bet is on Achain. Now, let me turn up the volume for this one, guys. Check out this interview, okay, with Dan Moorhead of Pantera Capital. Listen real quick.
And those are kind of like the IPOs of the 90s.
What's your single biggest position?
So our single biggest position is a protocol called Achain.
Don't know much about that.
Yeah, it's a Korean blockchain.
So that's bigger than Bitcoin, that's bigger than Ether, that's bigger than EOS, that's bigger than Ripple, that's bigger than everything else in there.
Bitcoin has only been 10% of our portfolio. It's one of 60 different liquid things you could trade.
Okay, so, but my point I was trying to make here is he goes, and first of all, this guy is completely bullish. He's saying Bitcoin is screaming to be bought right now. He says that we could easily hit a $4 trillion total overall market cap, and he's even saying it could potentially go to 40 trillion. See right here, look at this. 400 billion crypto market. He says it's an absolute joke, and this thing is going to basically explode. And then he goes on to talk about Achain, and the guy is kind of like, huh? What's Achain, right? So like no one's even heard of it. It's like crazy how fresh and new it is. But when you have these guys saying, get into Bitcoin right now, buy Achain, that is great news. Now also, if we come over here, did you guys see what happened today? Huh? You see this? Look at that. North Korea and South Korea trying to have some kind of peace between the two of them. So how is that affecting things? Now, this is a little bit off crypto, but I think it still is very heavily, it affects crypto. Let's just say that. So there you go. You have North Korea and South Korea leaders signed a historic declaration Friday pledging no more war and a common goal of complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Okay? And you're also seeing, Donald Trump's going to go out and meet with, North Korea and stuff like that, or they're going to come here. I don't know how that's going to work. So that has a lot to do with why we've seen what we've seen. But wait, there's more. Check this out. So after significant pushback on the same day, the Executive Office of President Moon of South Korea announced that there would be no ban on cryptocurrency trading in both the short and the long term, and that the government would embrace technologies like blockchain to ensure that South Korea stays at the forefront of the fourth industrial revolution. Mainstream media outlets in South Korea have revealed that the government is considering lifting its ban on ICOs in the near future as the country's largest multi-billion-dollar cryptocurrency and technology conglomerates, including Kakao and BitThumb, have threatened to leave the country to establish blockchain ventures elsewhere. So one of the biggest problems that we've had seen. Now, I remember back in the day with the China FUD, okay? I had to sit there and watch NEO go from $45 all the way down to $15. And everybody was just talking this and talking that about it and saying, oh, it's not going to work, and China this. And now look at where NEO is today, guys. I mean, yeah, obviously everything was a lot higher in the bull run, but it's still higher than where it was at the all-time high that everyone was freaking out about, right? We have seen Achain already hit an all-time high of $12, okay? And that was at the peak. That was at the big rush. And don't forget, a lot of people are afraid to invest in these countries. Like, okay, you have Achain, you had the South Korea FUD come out, right? So people freak out and they pull their money out, right? I'm telling you guys, if you don't think we're going to see another $12 Achain soon, I'm telling you guys, this project is huge. They have so much coming out of it. And, Min Kim, he's not a stupid guy. Let me just say that. He knows what he's doing, okay? They understand the importance of not just giving you a project just to simply give you a project. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if we come over here, all right, maybe I'll drop this, okay? So there's this great Achain analysis that came out from Luca, and it basically goes on explaining how, it's the Ethereum of Korea, et cetera, et cetera. It goes into everything, explaining the nodes, the community representation, citizen nodes, the Achain decentralized exchange, which they are obviously partnered with Kyber. They have a slew of partnerships. Forget about that, okay? They have the Blockchain Interoperability Alliance with Achain and wanchain, which also, guys, let's look at how wanchain is doing. Wow, not too bad. We finally broke that $8 mark. So it does look to me like potentially we could be seeing a lot coming out of these Korean projects now that we have that kind of like peace. And now that they're saying that they're cool, well, they're kind of looking to basically be a little more flexible with the ICOs. So that is basically what I had to say about that, guys. Achain is definitely my biggest holding, and I'm not selling. So yeah, there you guys go. Achain, but you guys do what you want. So in other news, I do want to just quick note that Achain has been listed officially on Cobinhood, currently with 0 trading fees. For now. But hey, if you guys want to scoop up some Achain with no fees, head on over to Cobinhood. Also, let's talk about Nebulas. So the Nebulas Incentive is officially happening. So they have the incentive program. This is the first quarter, and it says the Nebulas Incentive is unprecedented in blockchain because of the size of its rewards and how easy it is to participate for both developers and non-developers. Everyone is encouraged to join the fun and win big. So if you want, guys, I will drop a link over here to the Medium. You guys can get involved. If you're interested, you can figure out how you can get some of those rewards. And yeah, so it looks like weekly champion gets 10,000 NAS. Wow, that's a lot. Roughly equivalent to 60,000 USD. Second prize is 5,000, third prize 3,000, and then a weekly excellence award of 300 NAS will be awarded to 20 winners. So I will leave the information for that below, guys. And if you're interested, you can get involved in that. Now, a lot of people ask too, they're like, K-Dub, so, we've talked about EOS. We've seen what that's done. Everybody knows I've been a huge Neo fan. We've seen what that's done. Everybody knows that I freaking love Icon. I mean, that's just a fact. I do. And we've seen what that's done and what it's going to do, okay? I think Icon's easily going to be a $15 coin. But people say, what about these up-and-coming projects? Well, I want to get in on the ground floor. I'm a new investor, okay? So here's a coin that I don't own any of, but I'm going to buy, okay? And that, if you want to kind of get in on the ground floor, all right, I called this coin the icon of India. So Michael from Box Mining, he had an interview with ZEBI over here with Babu, who's the CEO. By the way, I've heard the whole ZEBI joke, okay? I know that it means a completely different thing in other countries, so I get it. Kind of funny. Maybe they might want to consider a name change in the future due to the fact that it literally means okay, in other countries. So, but anyway, here's the interview right here that he did. And then also, if you guys want, you can check that interview out. But I also covered this over 2 months ago. I was one of the first channels to talk about ZEBI. I saw potential in this project, I think, before most people did. Yeah, I think that, if you've seen what Neo, has been with China and what Icon has been with Korea, you can, even Elf with Singapore, okay? You can see ZEBI being the same exact type of thing for India. Now, when I was talking about Icon had its future tradings at the time. Icon was trading for 44 cents on the HIP BTC futures. Icon is now $4.69. That's a 10x increase. Not to mention the fact that when Icon was available for ICO, it was 11 cents. So when you come over and you're looking at something like ZEBI, all right, right here, guys, if you missed the boat on these other ones, not financial advice, I'm not telling you what to do. I don't own any, but I'm going to be scooping some up. Let me just say that, okay? Now, getting into this kind of, I don't even want to talk about FUD because we're having such a good day. The markets are so healthy, so much good news. I don't even want to talk about this, but people are a little concerned about this whole Mt. Gox thing. Now, the other day I had showed you that they were moving chunks of about 2,000 Bitcoin at a time, okay? I took a snapshot of the one. Now it looks like the exchange has moved over 16,000 Bitcoin worth about 114 million and 16,000 Bitcoin cash worth about 21.7 million at the time of making this video. So the sums were moved out in multiple batches of 2,000 Bitcoin and BCH, which I literally showed you guys the other day. So the Bitcoin amounts were then consolidated into 2 transactions to a single Bitcoin address, and then the Bitcoin Cash into 4 transactions to a single Bitcoin Cash address. Now, the thing is, we don't know if the coins were moved because they were sold or if they were moved for some other reason. So that's what's going on with that stuff. Now they did speculate that, it says right here, some reports claim that the original 400 million Mt. Gox sell-off from December was partially, one of the biggest factors of why Bitcoin dropped to 6,000 in February. For anybody that doesn't know what Mt. Gox is, Google it if you're new. It was one of the biggest, it was actually the biggest exchange back in the day, and it got hacked and a lot of people lost money, and it was just a really terrible situation. And now they're kind of trying to get that money back to people. So every time we see this money kind of move, people freak out a little bit. So, yeah, and another thing too, guys. So yesterday I was talking about the whole lawsuit against Bitcoin.com and Bitcoin Cash and how they need to just be Bitcoin Cash and stop pretending to be Bitcoin. Just be who you are, man, essentially. So then you're having Nick ZEBO retweeting this guy, the One Brand 7. He says, if you're new to Bitcoin, then please be aware that Bitcoin.com is a fraudulent website. This website is run by Roger Ver, who is a known serial scammer. The current main scam is the promotion of Bcash, which is a fake version of Bitcoin. And then to make matters worse, you have Eric Voorhees' official account saying, Roger, please stop referencing me to back up your opinion that Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin. It isn't. Bitcoin is the chain originating from the Genesis block with the highest accumulated proof of work. The Bitcoin Cash fork failed to gain majority. Thus, it is not Bitcoin. So this isn't an opinion. This isn't like red versus blue, me versus you. Literally, he says Bitcoin is the chain originating from the Genesis block with the highest accumulated proof of work. And currently, factually, as we stand today, That is Bitcoin that we know to be the number one on top of CoinMarketCap right now, not Bitcoin Cash. Sorry, those are just facts. So I think this crap just needs to stop. I'm really tired of hearing about it. I mean, granted, here I am talking about it, saying I'm tired of hearing about it. But like, really, enough is enough, guys. Just be Bitcoin Cash, okay? Here's Bitcoin Cash. Boom, we're done. We don't have to try to be things that we're not. Take a breather on that one. Okay, moving on. So did you guys see this too? So Vitalik says, I'm boycotting CoinDesk Consensus 2018 conference this year and strongly encourage others to do the same. Here is my reason why. CoinDesk is recklessly complicit in enabling giveaway scams. See their latest article on OMG, which directly links to a giveaway scam. So I guess what happened was they genuinely thought that they were promoting an airdrop of some sort, and it turned out to be a total scam, but it looked very realistic. So once again, guys, scams in the community, they are getting harder and harder and harder to trust. So always, I say do your own research, but it's almost like, you know, when you have CoinDesk, one of the leaders in the space, giving out this type of fake news, you know, and genuinely thinking that it's real news because that's how good these scammers are now. That's unfortunate. So he's boycotting the event, which kind of sucks because I'm going to Consensus. It would have been cool to, like, you know, say what up to Vitalik, but I guess that's not going to happen. So then following suit to this, we have OmiseGO saying, we have decided to join Vitalik in not attending Consensus. We can't in good conscience support a publication that puts its readers at risk through careless reporting and reacts with hostility rather than humanity when the error is brought to its attention. Unfortunate, guys, unfortunate. So, I didn't look too much into CoinDesk's response, but they say that CoinDesk behavior today is bigger than one error. It is vital that publications conduct the proper due diligence when reporting on token-based projects. Failure to do so is not only misleading, but directly harmful to readers, users, and the integrity of the technology. I mean, I can't say I don't agree. I cannot say that I don't agree with that. Boycotting the event, I don't know. Is that too harsh? What do you guys think? Do you think that that's justified? Like they should just straight up boycott the event? Or do you think it was an honest mistake? But then again, think about, one of the biggest publications being CoinDesk, putting this information out, all these people hopping in, getting involved in this. They think they're doing the right thing only to find out that it's all just a big falsification, scam, hoax, it's not real. So that's unfortunate. Really quick, I want to just skim through some adoption. I'm not going to go into it too much. I don't want this video to be too long today, but let's just skim on top of it. I know I tend to read a lot of these articles, but I'm actually going to encourage you guys to read some of them, but I do want to bring to you the main ideas. So you have Alibaba, okay? They are trialing a blockchain platform for supply chain tracking in bid to prevent food fraud. So that's more use cases. Like I said, we're just going to fly through this today. So we have Alibaba, they're doing that. IBM, once again, always in the news when it comes to crypto. So it says we have IBM and jewelry industry leaders to use blockchain to trace origin of diamonds. Consumers can, care deeply about the quality and source of the jewelry they purchase. So this is evidenced by the fact that 66% of consumers globally are willing to spend more to support sustainable brands. So TrustChain is an example of how blockchain is transforming industries through transparency and viable new business models that specifically benefit the consumer. That's part one. Part two coming out of IBM today is that they have filed a patent for proof of work protocols tailored to IoT networks. So this is a method comprising determining a proof of work via an Internet of Things or IoT compatible device using a predefined set of non-values when determining the proof of work, storing the proof of work on blockchain, and broadcasting the proof of work as a broadcast message. So I'm not going to go into all of this, but they do say right here, it says most IoT devices are constrained in the amount of energy that they can consume. To enable such a low-powered device to compute proof of work for smart contracts, the complexity of crypto effort for crypto puzzles should be reduced. Because that's essentially what you're doing when you're mining is you're solving up a math equation, essentially. So, however, reduction in the complexity of the crypto puzzle can enable malicious participants to manipulate the smart contract. So that is a bit of a drawback, but that is something that IBM is looking forward to doing at that time. Now, I have to give a huge, huge, huge shout out to Tyler from Chico Crypto because he will be doing an Ask Me Anything with Dr. Mattson and Dr. Klosser from PeerAtlas, okay? And that is going to be Friday. So I think that means today. The token sale, pre-sale, yeah. I mean, when was this? So I think this is today, guys. I'm not too sure what time they're doing this. So definitely go to Reddit. Actually, this is it right here. Yeah, here we go. You know what? I'll drop a link in the description to this for you guys. So this is where the AMA, it's hosted by Tyler from Chico Crypto. And also, I have to say, I got to see these guys at Neo DevCon. They are genuinely really amazing guys. This guy, Colin, he's a doctor right here. He is one of those genuine dudes you'll ever meet. You could just tell he's so passionate. He really cares about what he's doing. And PeerAtlas is basically it says a peer-reviewed open source medical encyclopedia. And I am going to be covering this. Look at this. Look how professional this is. They have their white paper in 12 different languages. They're really, really committed to basically providing the greatest possible medical information that you can have. And I'll go into this later, but you know, there's a lot of problems because the medical information isn't free. Yeah, there's all these issues. They went into it. I saw them at Neo DevCon, but I'm going to go into this and cover this a little more because these guys are really, really awesome. And the cause that they're standing behind is really something really amazing. So I'll definitely cover that and definitely check out that AMA if you guys are curious. Also, before we go, I just wanted to say that so far, Fusion won yesterday's coin pick, so I will be doing a review on Fusion. That will be my next coin coverage video. And as of right now, it looks like Switch.io is in the lead. There were 226 votes, and Switch.io is leading by 45%. So if you guys want to persuade me to talk about a different coin or something, you can go right now. Your choices are Expire, Clearpoll, Effect AI, based on votes of yesterday, and the winner will be my video following Fusion. So if you guys want, my Twitter is @thecryptozombie. And yeah, get involved, guys. So that being said, I want to say thank you again to everybody for coming back to my channel. I hope you are having an amazing day today. It's Friday. We're gearing up for the weekend. Crypto's looking pretty healthy. Are we going to be taking that weekend dip? I don't know. I don't know, guys. We never know. You know, but hey, you know, be careful. Don't rush in. Dollar cost average, you know, you guys know the whole spiel. So anyway, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I love you guys. To everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting, you're freaking awesome. So that being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.